Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. It's wonderful to have you here. Welcome to the Martyn Lucas Investor studio. It's been a very, very busy day today. Lots going on, talking to lots of people about lots of things. This show is about to grow and move up to the next level. We've got lots of new stuff to bring you. You're going to love it, so stand by. In the next few minutes, Donald Trump will speak live to the nation. It's all about oil. It's also about his greatest hits as we come up to Christmas and the holidays, as it's described here in the United States. Things are about to get very dicey this weekend because tomorrow, live on our show, we'll have Japan's rate decision, expecting it to go up considerably. Now, if it does, we have a full unwind. And if you are in certain assets, be careful, they're going down. It's already happening. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, many liquidations, people losing all their money. There is no safe haven. The S&P is now coming down. I've done my last trade on Coca-Cola. I've made about $15,000 over the last few days. Did 3 trades today, 2 on air, I think. And it's a very dicey time. So here we are, year to date now, up 74%, only on the S&P, just by buying at the right time with conviction. That's $71,000. What are we about to get? We're about to get Donald Trump speak to the nation and rock everything again. Because if we get the information that we anticipate, that we're going to get a full-out war on oil with Venezuela, and then tomorrow the yen carry trade, boy oh boy, what a weekend we are in for when the markets are shut down. The only markets open are crypto, and I bet they'll wish they weren't. So what do we expect from Donald Trump in just a few moments' time? Donald Trump said the quiet stuff out loud today. His Tuesday evening social media post on Venezuela felt like an offload, a dump of thoughts, but it's nonetheless very revealing. Venezuela is completely surrounded by the largest armada ever assembled in history. I'm not quite sure that's accurate, because when we had the Spanish Armada and the British Royal Navy, there was somewhere in the region of over 1,000 ships. I don't know if we have 1,000 ships off Venezuela right now. I don't know, but somebody might tell me that we do. I don't know if it's the biggest armada ever assembled in history, but that's what Donald Trump said. Okay. It will only get bigger, and the shock to them will be like nothing they have ever seen before. That's a reference to the massive US naval and air force presence in the Caribbean off Venezuela. It is indeed an armada, and it has been there for months now. I'm not so sure it's an armada, but you decide for yourself. This is not a political channel. We're just bringing you the news. What did Donald Trump say here? Let's have a quick listen. What did he say? We'll skip that, but for some reason it's playing an ad, and that shouldn't play an ad for me because I have YouTube Premium. But there we go. We'll skip it. On the face of it, it's all part of an anti-drug mission to counter the drug trade from Venezuela into America. I think most people will agree. Nothing to do with drugs. There's no way you build an armada around a country because of drugs. No way. But take it as it is. At least that's the public messaging, and the missile and drone attacks on suspected drug boats in the region are all part of the play. Scroll down. I'm getting this news directly from Sky News this evening. And that's why the second part of this post is particularly interesting, because he now appears to be saying out loud what plenty have suspected all along, that this is actually about regime change, and it is about oil far more than it is about drugs. You can decide. Donald Trump will speak in 6 minutes. If you have tuned in, of course, to hear Donald Trump, there it is. We have Donald Trump live from the White House in a few moments' time. We're just covering the stories to take us up to it. The markets are wobbling. Oil is, of course, bouncing all over the place. We'll focus on the S&P 500 and crypto and oil. I'll bring you oil as well live on the screen. Here's oil, been rallying like crazy all day. So if you are an investor in oil, you're loving it, loving it, loving it. But there you go. If you're in crypto right now, you're probably not going to sleep until Monday morning. Anyway, be very, very careful. There is the White House. We will be in the White House with Donald Trump for a press conference very, very shortly. But first of all, let's carry on with this news so you have all the information to hand, and that way you can be prepared. So let's carry on with what we found out. He says that the military will remain in place until such time as they return to the United States of America. All of the oil, land, and other assets that they previously stole from us. The S&P, as we go into the speech, is dropping. There you go. It's happening. And this isn't even the carry trade. This will put so much volatility in the market. If you're not prepared, as many aren't, of course, there are many that are being told that they should all buy XRP for some bizarre reason. We like XRP, but we know full well it's not going to rescue you. But people are being convinced of this. It's like lemmings walking over a cliff. I've tried my best to help people, and millions aren't listening. Anyway, so there we go. There's a map of Venezuela to give you an idea where it is. It's just south of the Caribbean Sea. I've just received some information from Vaz. Let me just read it. Thank you very much indeed, Vaz, for that information. I much appreciate that, for the update. Fantastic. So let's continue this. We're going to keep our eye on the White House. You will not miss anything. You're not just going to get the White House press speech, but you're also going to get all the analysis, how to trade this. I've been trading very heavily today. As you can see, I've gone from 49% to 74% in a day. I made lots of money today with Coca-Cola several times, in and out, lower my average, lot selling, positioning, and now the market can drop 40% and it won't bother me. I'll be back where I was a few weeks ago. So it's all good. And anyone can do what I'm doing. It's not clever. It's not rocket science. In fact, it's the simplest way to make money. Just read balance sheets. Anyway, so let's go back to the news. We've got the White House on view. We are paying close attention to it. And I thank Vaz for updating me on the upgoing this evening. Tomorrow, of course, we're going to cover live. We're going to cover live the yen carry trade. Further updates. We've got more broadcasters coming onto the show. More people want to broadcast on the network. We have also our very own crypto coin being built and created as we speak. There will be a Lucas coin that all of the members can pre-IPO buy. It's designed for you. I will burn all of mine, designed to help my members and give them something to say thank you. It'll be the best crypto coin ever, because it will be the only crypto coin in the world with a maximum supply, guaranteed, fully transparent, built on the value of this show, and it doubles its rate of growth every month. We will be the first channel to 1 billion, and I will be burning all of mine so all of you can make money, and all of the members will get a pre-IPO price. It's going to be the best coin ever created, because it's the only coin that really reflects what crypto is truly all about. So become a member and be ready for it, okay? Anyway, this is a reference to the fact that the US was once a huge importer of Venezuelan oil. Now, for many of you may or may not know this, Venezuela may be a small amount of oil compared to what the United States produces, but it produces some very unique oil. It produces heavy oil, and this is important. The United States doesn't do much of that. So it's an important thing, and that's why Trump wants it. It's a specific type of oil. So that's why he wants it. It's got nothing to do with drugs. I don't think anybody ever thought it was. I can't believe they say these things. We're blowing up ships in the sea, and we're surrounding Venezuela with the biggest armada in history to get a few drug dealers. I mean, all right, okay. Anyway, it's all about oil. Isn't it always about oil? The refineries were adapted over decades to refine the thick, heavy crude. There you go. That is typical of Venezuela. The process was big business for Americans, American firms, until Venezuela, under Hugo Chavez in the 2000s, nationalized the foreign oil assets. And that is essentially what Donald Trump is focusing on. It was once the United States. It got taken away because of the regime change, and he wants to change it again, and he wants his oil back. That's what this is all about. So there we go. We are just waiting now for Donald Trump to take the stage, okay? We have multiple broadcast sources should there be a delay or any issue, so you're in the right place. Now, what we're going to do while we wait, we'll keep our eye on this, of course. While we wait, we're going to do all kinds of things to keep you entertained and to keep you informed and educated. My job is not to make videos. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm the world piano man, as voted by Elton John. I'm here to entertain, but I'm here to share my contacts and friends with you so you can make money. It's easy to make money. The hard part is to keep it. And so few people actually do. 95% of day traders lose money. So we're here to help you share information. We're not selling you anything. We don't want anything from you other than your company. And I'm just here to help you. We're not sponsored by anyone. We're self-funded. In fact, we don't even make money on live streams. YouTubers, which I'm not, of course, I'm just a broadcaster on YouTube, make money from making videos. We're not about making videos. We're about going live and entertaining and talking to you live. So what we're going to do now is while we wait for Donald Trump, we're going to answer all the questions. Everybody here has a voice. Nobody is ignored. No one is left behind. If you don't get your question answered because there's just so many, do a super chat for a couple of bucks. It will read it out on the screen and you can have your say. If you wish to call in and speak directly to me about your portfolio or anything you'd like to know, or you just want to say hello to the world, we go live in 76 countries, 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, soon to be 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. So if you'd like to call in, do a super chat saying, I would like to call in, and you can then be live on the show. I will give you the link to call in. You don't require any software and you can be on the show. All right. So we're going to open this up to everybody at the moment. If it gets busy, I will go to members only. So let's start here. I lost so much this year. Doodoo 34729. I'm terribly sorry that's happened to you. It's been one of the best years ever on the stock market, if I'm honest with you. And when I show you my portfolio here, I didn't do anything clever. All right. 74% year to date, only on the S&P, no shorts, no options, no crypto whatsoever. The S&P, Coca-Cola and treasury bills, buying with conviction. And I started with $5,000 and I'm now at $288,583. I think you'd agree it's pretty good, right? Okay. So, but what I've done is the most basic, simple stuff. I read balance sheets. I pick up the phone. I speak to the people that work at the companies. I've got a press room, White House contact, Robinhood, Ripple, Bank of America, and I just share it with you all live every day. Whether you choose to listen or believe me or whatever is up to you. But this is my money, all of my money, nothing in the bank. All right. Nothing in the bank. This is my, sorry? Trump is on? Leah is saying Trump is on. Leah is speaking to me. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Trump is on.
We had men playing in women's sports, transgender for everybody, crime at record levels with law enforcement, and words such as that just absolutely forbidden. We had the worst trade deals ever made, and our country was laughed at from all over the world. But they're not laughing anymore. Over the past 11 months, we have brought more positive change to Washington than any administration in American history. There's never been anything like it, and I think most would agree. I was elected in a landslide, winning the popular vote and all 7 swing states and everything else, with a mandate to take on a sick and corrupt system that really just took the wealth from people and crushed the dreams of the American people. For the last 4 years, the United States was ruled by politicians who fought only for insiders, illegal aliens, career criminals, corporate lobbyists, prisoners, terrorists, and above all, foreign nations, which took advantage of us at levels never seen before. They flooded your cities and towns with illegal aliens. They decimated your hard-earned savings. They indoctrinated your children with hate for America. They just released a level of violent felons that we had never seen to prey on innocent. They caused war. They caused mayhem. They caused a horrible situation all over the globe. But now you have a president who fights for the law-abiding, hardworking people of our country, the ones who make this nation run, who make this nation work. And after just 1 year, we have achieved more than anyone could have imagined. Starting on day one, I took immediate action to stop the invasion of our southern border. For the past 7 months, 0 illegal aliens have been allowed into our country, a feat which everyone said was absolutely impossible. Do you remember when Joe Biden said that he needed Congress to pass legislation to help close the border? He was always blaming Congress and everyone else. As it turned out, we didn't need legislation. We just needed a new president. We inherited the worst border anywhere in the world, and we quickly turned it into the strongest border in the history of our country. In other words, in a few short months, we went from worst to best. We're deporting criminals, restoring safety to our most dangerous cities. Just take a look at Washington, D.C. It's at levels of safety that we've never seen before. And they decimated the bloodthirsty foreign drug cartels. We did that all by ourselves with our people, and we're so proud of it because they were poisoning and destroying our population. Drugs brought in by ocean and by sea are now down 94%. We have broken the grip of sinister woke radicals in our schools, and control over those schools is back now in the hands of our great and loving states where education belongs. After rebuilding the United States military in my first term, and with the addition we are adding right now, we have the most powerful military anywhere in the world, and it's not even close. I've restored American strength, settled 8 wars in 10 months, destroyed the Iran nuclear threat, and ended the war in Gaza, bringing for the first time in 3,000 years peace to the Middle East, and secured the release of the hostages, both living and dead. Here at home, we're bringing our economy back from the brink of ruin. The last administration and their allies in Congress looted our treasury for trillions of dollars, driving up prices and everything at levels never seen before. I am bringing those high prices down and bringing them down very fast. Let's look at the facts. Under the Biden administration, car prices rose 22%, and in many states, 30% or more. Gasoline rose 30 to 50%. Hotel rates rose 37%. Airfares rose 31%. Now, under our leadership, they are all coming down and coming down fast. Democrat politicians also sent the cost of groceries soaring, but we are solving that too. The price of a Thanksgiving turkey was down 33% compared to the Biden last year. The price of eggs is down 82% since March, and everything else is falling rapidly. And it's not done yet, but boy, are we making progress. Nobody can believe what's going on. Here are just some of the efforts that we have underway. You will see in your wallets and bank accounts in the new year. After years of record-setting falling incomes, our policies are boosting take-home pay at a historic pace. Under Biden, real wages plummeted by $3,000. Under Trump, the typical factory worker has seen a wage increase of $1,300. For construction workers, it's $1,800. For miners, we're bringing back clean, beautiful coal. It's $3,300. And for the first time in years, wages are rising much faster than inflation. Remember that. The wages, just look at it. Wages are going up much faster than inflation. How big is that? Very importantly, there are more people working today than at any time in American history, and 100% of all jobs created since I took office have been in the private sector. Think of that. 100% of all jobs have been in the private sector rather than government. which is the only way to make a country powerful and great. This historic trend will continue. Already, I've secured a record-breaking $18 trillion of investment into the United States, which means jobs, wage increases, growth, factory openings, and far greater national security. Much of this success has been accomplished by tariffs. My favorite word, tariffs, which for many decades have been used successfully by other countries against us, but not anymore. Companies know that if they build in America, there are no tariffs, and that's why they're coming home to the USA in record numbers. They're building factories and plants at levels we haven't seen, AI, automobiles. We're doing what nobody thought was even possible, not even remotely possible. There has never, frankly, been anything like it. 1 year ago, our country was dead. We were absolutely dead. Our country was ready to fail, totally failed. Now, we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. And that's said by every single leader that I've spoken to over the last 5 months. Next year, you will also see the results of the largest tax cuts in American history that were really accomplished through our great, big, beautiful bill, perhaps the most sweeping legislation ever passed in Congress. We wrapped 12 different bills up into one beautiful bill. That includes no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. Under these cuts, many families will be saving between $11,000 and $20,000 a year, and next spring is projected to be the largest tax refund season of all time. Because of tariffs, along with the just passed One Big Beautiful Bill, tonight I am also proud to announce that more than 1,450,000, think of this, 1,450,000 military service members will receive a special, we call Warrior Dividend before Christmas, a Warrior Dividend. In honor of our nation's founding in 1776, we are sending every soldier $1,776. Think of that. And the checks are already on the way. Nobody understood that one until about 30 minutes ago. We made a lot more money than anybody thought because of tariffs, and the bill helped us along. Nobody deserves it more than our military, and I say congratulations to everybody. And by the way, we now have record enlistment in our military, and last year we had among the worst recruitment numbers in our military's history. What a difference a year makes. In addition, I'm doing what no politician of either party has ever done, standing up to the special interests to dramatically reduce the price of prescription drugs. I negotiated directly with the drug companies and foreign nations, which were taking advantage of our country for many decades, to slash prices on drugs and pharmaceuticals by as much as 400, 500, and even 600%. In other words, your drug costs will be plummeting downward. And I used the threat of tariffs to get foreign countries who would never have done it to pay the cost of this giant dollar reduction. They stopped ripping us off, and it began as of 4 days ago. There has never been anything like this in the history of our country. Drugs have only gone up, but now they'll be going down by numbers never conceived possible. It's called Most Favored Nation. And no president has ever had the courage or ability to get this done until now. The first of these unprecedented price reductions will be available starting in January through a new website, TrumpRx.gov. And these big price cuts will greatly reduce the cost of health care. I'm also taking on the gigantic health insurance companies that have gotten rich on billions of dollars of money that should go directly to the people. The money should go to the people. That's you. So they can buy their own health insurance, which will give far better benefits at much lower costs. It will be far better health insurance. The current Unaffordable Care Act was created to make insurance companies rich. It was bad health care at much too high a cost. And you see that now in the steep increase in premiums being demanded by the Democrats, and they are demanding those increases, and it's their fault. It is not the Republicans' fault. It's the Democrats' fault. It's the Unaffordable Care Act, and everybody knew it. Again, I want the money to go directly to the people so you can buy your own health care. You'll get much better health care at a much lower price. The only losers will be insurance companies that have gotten rich, and the Democrat Party, which is totally controlled by those same insurance companies.
Oil is dropping.
They will not be happy, but that's okay with
Bitcoin,
me because you, the people, are
is
finally
rising.
going to be getting great health care at a lower cost. Another major focus is the cost of
Please
energy.
tap the like button. It will share this out to more people. Thank you.
Democrats exploited the green energy scam as an excuse to funnel many billions of dollars into their own massive slush funds as their energy restrictions drastically drove up prices, and they drove them up at record levels. Electricity costs surged 30 to 100% under Biden, and the typical family lost $5,000 to $10,000 in higher energy costs.
If you want
Think of
your
that,
comment shared on the screen in reaction to
$10,000
Trump,
you lost. On day
do
one,
a super chat.
declared
It will read your
national
comment out
energy
on the screen.
emergency. Gasoline is now under $2.50 a gallon in
You can have
much
your
of the
say.
country.
Everybody can.
In some states, it, by the way, just hit $1.99 a gallon. And within the next 12 months, we will have opened 1,600 new electrical generating plants, a record, and it's a record that won't be beaten by practically, I would say, by anybody, or certainly not very soon. Prices on electricity and everything else will fall dramatically. The Democrat inflation disaster, again, the worst in the history of our country, also robbed millions of Americans of home ownership and indeed the American dream. The yearly cost of a typical new mortgage increased by $15,000 under Democrat rule. In 11 months, we've already gotten that annual cost down by $3,000, and it's coming down a lot lower. Wait till you see. The numbers are going to be shocking. And I'll soon announce our next chairman of the Federal Reserve, someone who believes in lower interest rates by a lot, and mortgage payments will be coming down even further. Early the new year, and you will see this in the new year. I will announce some of the most aggressive housing reform plans in American history. A major factor in driving up housing costs was the colossal border invasion. We have never been invaded. This is the worst thing that, frankly, in my opinion, the worst thing that the Biden administration did to our country is the invasion at the border. The last administration and their allies in Congress brought in millions and millions of migrants and gave them taxpayer-funded housing while your rent and housing costs skyrocketed. Over 60% of growth in the rental market came from foreign migrants. At the same time, illegal aliens stole American jobs and flooded emergency rooms, getting free health care and education.
Super chat. Clean energy. Clean politicians.
So increased the cost of law enforcement by numbers so high that they are not even to be mentioned. For the first time in 50 years, we are now seeing reverse migration as migrants go back home, leaving more housing and more jobs for Americans. In the year before my election, since I took office, 100% of all net job creation has gone to American-born citizens, 100%. In the end, government either serves the productive, patriotic, hardworking American citizen, or it serves those who break the laws, cheat the system, and seek power.
The S&P is coming up. Bitcoin is moving quickly.
Billions and billions of dollars from
the market
Minnesota
likes
and
it.
Indeed from the United States of America. And we're going to put an end to it. For so long as before my election, the vast majority of good and decent Americans were forced to watch as corrupt politicians plundered the halls of power, exploited our taxpayers, and pillaged every system that makes civilized society function. But not anymore, and you see that every day, not anymore. We're putting America first, and we are making America great again. Very simple. We are making America great again. Tonight, after 11 months, our border is secure. Inflation is stopped. Wages are up. Prices are down. Our nation is strong. America is respected. And our country is back, stronger than ever before. We're poised for an economic boom, the likes of which the world has never seen.
Please tap the like button. It will share it out to more people. Thank you.
But most importantly, we will celebrate the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. More fitting tribute to this epic milestone than to complete the comeback of America that began just 1 year ago. When the world looks at us next year, let them see a nation that is loyal to its citizens, faithful to its workers, confident to its identity, certain to its destiny, and the envy of the entire globe. We are respected again like we have never been respected before. To each and every one of you, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless you all.
Just want to mark Stone.
There we go. We will react to that. We've got a live phone in. You can be part of this. I've got a lot to share with you as well. You're going to like this. This is a special tribute to everybody that loves America. As you can clearly tell, I am from the United Kingdom, but I live here in Dallas, Texas, and I would like to do this now for everyone listening. I hope you'll enjoy this. This is my thanks, my tribute to being here. I do love being in America. So this is for everybody watching. If you like this, let me know on the screen that you like this. This is to everybody tonight in the United States of America. It goes like this.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
There's my little tribute to the United States of America. I'm very thankful to be here. The opportunities here are incredible, and I think most Americans forget how amazing America truly is. So what we're going to do now is we're going to discuss this, and we're going to give everybody the chance to take part. You can have your say. You can say Donald Trump talked rubbish, or Donald Trump was great. Everybody, don't sit there in silence. Everyone has a say on this show, and not just in the chat. You can call in and join me. I will tell you what this means for the yen carry trade tomorrow. What it means. We're going to get ready for an explosive weekend with the yen carry trade. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you the link now, and you can be in the show. So here is the live video. Phone in. You can be on the show, have your say, and you can tell me that Donald Trump is rubbish or Donald Trump is great. Ask me a question, anything you like. I'm going to pin this to the top. There's a link in the chat. You don't require any software whatsoever. You do need to be respectful and polite. Otherwise, you're not welcome. And you can say anything you like. You have a completely free platform. There are 10 spots. It's first come, first serve. When all 10 spots are gone, that's it. It is first come, first serve. We could then rotate, send people out, bring new people in. So the link is now in the chat. You don't require any software whatsoever. Click on the link, call in, you turn your camera on, turn your microphone on, you can have your say. You can ask me a question, you can say hello to the world if you have a message or a tribute to family and friends or somebody you want to wish well or Merry Christmas to somebody, whatever it might be, but you can have your say. Simply, we have a star guest on the show. If you leave a comment, it will read it out at this point. Here we go. Let's read these out now.
Ataric3 donated $2 through a super chat, saluting face emoji, US outlying islands emoji.
Thank you. If you'd like to have your say in the show, you can do a super chat. It will read it out. If you do at least $2, it will read it out for you. So nobody's hit on the link yet. Just give it a couple of seconds. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got our first guest. I am going to put you in spot number 8. Please be polite and nice. If you're not, then we will end the call very, very quickly. Welcome, Mrs. Megan RC. Mrs. Megan RC. Good evening to you. Where are you calling in from? Guest has muted themselves. You've muted yourself. Can you unmute yourself? Hello? Okay. I'll have to hang up on you. Call again. You don't seem to have a good connection. So there you go. There's our first caller. Didn't seem to have a good connection. So anyone can call in, be nice, be respectful, have a conversation, and you can be part of the show. When you call in, just mute YouTube and just be on the call with me so there's no confusion and extra audio feeds which confuse you and the audience. So there we go. Now, while we're waiting, we are running a poll in the chat. Let me have a look. Do you feel the USA is the best ever? Do you believe the USA now is the best ever? 53% say yes. 30% say no. Well, I will actually give you some statistics on that, some actual facts on that. What is better? What makes America better? Well, there has never been a time, any time in history, and it doesn't matter what politics you have, which side of the argument, whether you are Democrat or Republican, or like me, completely independent because I'm from the UK. Let me turn on sound effects. Here we go. We got a star guest.
Ataric3 donated $5 through a super chat. Oh my God, that's my wife. We had our wedding on your music channel.
Ah! Your wife tried to call in. Fantastic. I remember very well. Okay. For some reason, we lost the signal, though. So Jim C is calling. Let's put Jim C in spot number 8. And we have Chorraw joining. Let's put Chorraw in spot number 9. There we go. Chorraw. We got 2 guests now live on the show. So let's go to our first guest who called in. Jim C, lovely to see you here. Free chicken tonight, mate. I remembered. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I like I told you last, it's been a crazy year for me, and I'm finally in Florida now.
Wonderful.
I'm in the house, and I've only been in here for like a month and a half and getting settled in.
All right.
So it's been a while since I've seen the show.
It's lovely to have you on. I'm going to keep it nice and tight and short tonight because we've got a lot of people watching. Jim C, you just heard from the President of the United States. Do you feel the USA is best ever now? Yes or no?
Well, I'm an American. USA is always the greatest to me. What I liked about it is I'm a veteran. And with that, he is giving some money back from these tariffs to the veterans, which I appreciate quite a bit.
I bet you do.
That's great. And some of the other things he's doing with Social Security, with the people there. Again, when he puts all this stuff out, you got to really look inside of it, because even for the I think it was like $2,000 or $3,000 for the Social Security or for the seniors, it's only a certain select of people. It's not all seniors. I'm a senior. Okay, I don't get it. Okay, so you got to watch what he says because there's more to it than meets the eye, in my
Of course,
opinion.
of course.
Um,
Let me come back to you. Let me just give everyone
Yeah.
a chance, and then we'll keep coming back, and you can repeat and you can answer and elaborate. I want to welcome in Choro, who's just called in. Where are you calling in from, sir?
Houston, Texas.
Oh,
Not
just
too
down the
far
road
from you,
from
brother.
me. I'm in Dallas.
Well,
How are you?
Yeah, not too far. Good.
Lovely to see you, mate. Lovely to see you, mate. So, what do you think? Is America better today than ever, or not? What do you think?
Well, I'm proud to be an American as well. I love my country,
You should be.
but absolutely not. I mean, come on. What? That felt like the exact same interview that Trump did last time. I felt like he spoke. What did he say? Talked about eggs again.
We do
Talked
get a lot about eggs. We do get a lot about eggs. It has to be said.
About eggs. Yeah. You taking
Free
ships,
chicken.
but we mainly talk about eggs. And then what I'm if you listen and what I'm thinking is Biden. So he talks about how much better he's doing than Biden. Well, he doesn't have a whole lot to move up from there. You know what I mean? Hey, if I was saying I was doing better than my daughter that's 2 years old, you know what I mean? I can do better than that. So that's the point too that I feel.
Okay.
He says that all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I got nothing but love, and I got nothing but love all around. But
Well, I love
I'll
it.
let you go ahead.
Let me don't. We'll swing back to you. This next guy, I love this guy. Listen, stand by to hear from Hassan London. This is the best London Cockney English accent you're ever going to hear. This guy, I love when this guy calls in. Welcome, Hassan London. How are you, mate?
Yeah, how you doing? You okay?
I'm all right, mate. I'm very good. Well, I know you're from England, clearly not an American. You're not going to fool anybody. So lovely to have you here. What do you think of what you just heard from the President of the United States?
I'm not sure, to be honest. It's hard to say. I mean, I like Americans. Do you know what I mean? Because they are brothers, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, but do you think America is a great country right now? Is it better than before, or is it worse? What would you think under President Trump, from an Englishman point of view?
I think Donald Trump is better than Biden. I'm not sure, but about
Well,
it depends. I mean, like, look, interest rates, not just that. Now I think he's gonna do. I think he'll do well. I think he will. I think he's done a good job helping people.
Have you ever
as well?
If you can, just get in a position where the lights aren't behind you, because we can't see your face because we're just looking at the lights. So if you can just swing yourself around a bit, if that's possible. If I can ask you, have you ever visited?
Yeah.
Have you ever visited the United States?
Yeah, I've been to New York.
You've been to New York. What do you think of New York then?
Yeah. Yes, it's not bad. It's good. I've been to New York, New Jersey, and I've been to Canada.
You have? Oh, just 1 second,
Yeah.
Hassan. I'm seeing, what is that, Martyn for president? Do you know what? Do you know a true story, Choro? True story. Before I came to America, I had the opportunity to stand for a party. In the United Kingdom, we have two parties, Conservative, which is right Republican, and Labour, which is like Democrat. I won't tell you which one because I like to keep this show completely impartial, and I don't want anyone sort of thinking anything good or bad about me and sway my decisions or whatever. But I was. A seat is like becoming a senator, and I absolutely 100% would have won my seat. I'd already basically won it. I'm just aligning these cameras a little bit. People are coming in with some positions where they're not on the screen. There we go. Let me just sort Zach out. There you go, Zach. If you could just tip it down a little bit onto your, just line yourself up a bit, would be great. There you go, perfect. And So I
Can't see
actually
you
would be,
winning, Martin, because you don't talk very much. You
I
know-
actually would be a politician now in the Houses of Parliament, probably voted out by now, but this was years ago. So I actually, once upon a time, quite fancied the idea of working my way up to become Prime Minister. I would have been an MP. But I actually can't be anything in the United States because I'm British. They don't want me. So I'm not going anywhere. They won't let me get anywhere above milkman. I'm certainly not
but
going to be the
you're a
president.
Dallas Cowboy now.
I'm a Dallas Cowboy, but I can't be the president, I'm afraid. Anyway, thank you for that. Then we had Zach pop in. Zach, where are you calling in from?
I'm from Birmingham, UK. I'm now
Birmingham, UK. A Brummie.
Yeah.
My mum was born in Aston.
Aston. Okay.
You know where that is, just down the road. Lovely.
Yeah.
I've played
I'm
the
just-
Birmingham
I'm
Hippodrome.
Isn't that a
I'm not-
drink? Abstinence?
Aston, I've no idea. Or Anstill, you mean? Yes. So, Zach, what's your thoughts on what you just... We will come on to other questions, crypto, stocks, the carry trade tomorrow. But first of all, Zach, what do you think of what you just heard from the president?
I think he said some key words. First of all, we're going to get rid of Powell, so crypto is going to explode. If not now, then we are going into the easing financial system. So I'm sure great things are going to happen for crypto.
Well, I'm really glad you mentioned that because I will respond to that in a few moments when we've gone round the table. That's a really good point. Talking about crypto, he spoke about lowering interest rates. I do want to add. I can see Hassan who's nodding to that as well. A lot of people believe with low interest rates, you get more liquidity in the market and thereby you get more people buying risk on assets because there's more cheap money and so on. And that is actually relatively true. There is some weight in that argument. However, you got to then look at the backdrop of where that comes when that comes into the market. Just low rate cuts alone don't mean we boom. It doesn't mean that. You only have to look through history. We can't make this stuff up. You just got to read it. The stock market has been rallying now for about 2 to 3 years, and interest rates have been high, and they've only been coming down recently. So let's not kid ourselves that you have to have low interest rates for the stock market to boom. What low interest rates do, they give small cap businesses like the Russell, high risk assets, the opportunity to grow when they might be stifled. But it doesn't mean to say people with money are going to go out necessarily and buy risk on assets just because money is cheap, because there are other things you can do with your money. So, and on the back of the fact that we have such amount of high debt, and we have the carry trade tomorrow, which I cannot emphasize enough how huge that is, and everything else, don't be under the illusion that 100% crypto's going to rocket up and everyone's going to make tons of money, guaranteed. It doesn't work that way. Does anyone agree with me or disagree? Would anyone like to answer that?
I agree and disagree with you.
You agree and disagree?
Yeah.
That's interesting. What do you mean by that, Hassan? Zach?
Zach, yeah, so you said that rate cuts are not enough for crypto to go up, and I totally agree with you. We also had a 60% drop of Bitcoin, which is a huge drop. I also believe in the 4-year cycle. I also know that we ended the QT and are entering ET, the easing of the financial. So, yeah, I just want to be brief. So, if you
why do you? Okay, let's discuss that. A lot of people in crypto talk a lot about the 4-year cycle because that's how it's been and all the rest of it. But aren't things different now? Completely different.
Looks like the center for the Rockets.
Right, Martin, it's different.
Sorry?
You're right, it's different. It's the 4-year cycle's finished. I think it's going to be a 5-year cycle or maybe a 6-year cycle. It's going to go up, not as much. It's going to go up, but it's going to go up a little bit. Not like 2021. That's what I think.
Well, I would suggest that we don't have a cycle at all. And I'll tell you why. Because when crypto first came out and it was new and everyone was talking about it and it was all unregulated and it was completely something foreign and unknown to everybody and the government didn't care about it, institutions didn't care about it. Remember, 99% of the world still don't even invest on the stock market. And 99% of those don't invest in crypto. It's still a very, very small thing. For you, if it's all you talk about, and we talk about it a lot on our show, it's a big thing, right? But to most people, they don't need it, don't think about it, and don't care about it. And a lot of people are concerned about it. So the whole rules have changed now, because we don't just have government support and legislation and regulation. We have government control now. It's a different thing altogether. I don't think these cycles have anything to do with anything. And most of it now, as we've seen over the last few weeks and few months, the amount of manipulation, we've got more guests calling in. Let me create some more space. What we've got now is we've got the money, the real money, the institutions, the power, being able to move it way more than retail investors and small traders at home sat, on their apps can do. And they're trying to control it. Now, as I know, I speak directly to Bank of America and also Robinhood and some Ripple contacts. I can tell you that at the moment, JP Morgan, Bank of America are shorting the hell out of Bitcoin and MicroStrategy. They want to own it all for nothing. They want to drive it all down so they can own it all. So they can control it way more than we can. So I don't think the cycles exist at all.
Well, that's not good then.
Well, I wouldn't say it's good or bad. I think we are now in a world of, once again, we always end up back here, value. Look at what I've achieved this year. 74% up on year to date with just owning the S&P, Coca-Cola, and no options, no shorts, no crypto, just buying with conviction and repositioning. That's it, right? 74%. So more and more people are going to focus on value, because value will always win. Price is what you pay and value is what you get. If in a time like we are today, where we have uncertainty and we have the issue of the yen carry trade, which we can talk about in a moment, more and more people are looking for value where they know what they own can make the money no matter who buys and sells it, because the business itself makes money. The way crypto makes money is if somebody else buys it from you. That's it. Whereas if you're Coca-Cola and everyone buys a can of Coke, even if you only sell the same amount every single year, you make more money every year because inflation, so the price goes up, so the stock price goes up. Simple. And people might want that. Let me just bring in one of our, we've got Brian, we've also got Oliver, but 1970 Buckley for the very first time, everybody. One of our 18% of our viewers, ladies, our lady investors. Now, you may have noticed 1970 Buckley. I'm going to ask her in a moment what's her real name, if she wouldn't mind sharing it. But 1970 Buckley, out of her own hard-earned money, has bought 100+ members for memberships for people. Many of you here have a membership right now, and in a moment we'll go members only, and we'll do members only chat and members only live stream, is because of 1970 Buckley. Some of you here may have a membership because of her. So 1970, what is your real name?
Audra.
Audra, did you say?
Very pretty name.
Audra, lovely. Where are you calling in from?
I live just south of Dallas.
Just south of Dallas?
Oh.
Just down the road from me again. I love it.
Yeah,
I'm telling Leah.
I'm in it.
You're telling Leah, don't shh.
I'm in it.
Be shush. Be shush. Leah's watching anyway. So anyway.
Well, I called in because there's too much testosterone on the screen right now. So I figured y'all need a little estrogen to kind of
Absolutely. We need to balance it out. What do you think about what you just heard tonight from the President of the United States?
It's a big letdown because according to whitehouse.gov earlier today, they were supposed to be talking about Venezuela. They were supposed to be talking about the health care. That's what they advertised. And I'm in land development. I'm a zoning consultant. So anything that affects oil and gas prices affects my livelihood. So I was really hoping that he was going to address what was going on in Venezuela at some point.
Yes.
But that never came out of his mouth. Instead, we got to hear about eggs again.
Eggs. I know. I think people that like him and don't like him were kind of looking forward to seeing him address the oil crisis. He's just announced there's an armada off Venezuela, it's a big deal. Didn't mention
He
it.
just likes to
it's
talk
a big
about how
deal.
great he is and how much he's doing. That's what he seems to just keep on and keep on. How great he's made the country. How great I am. Like constantly.
Well, I like to say how great I am all the time, actually. I'm
Well, we
always
hear that too.
I'm always
And if
winning
you're
on
not
the stock
saying
market.
it, you're singing it.
That's it. That's it.
Let's go to Brian. Brian's been very patient. Midnight Bob, how are you, Brian? What do you think of what you just heard?
I'm very good, Martin. What do I think? So the difference between you and Donald Trump. Donald Trump, I think, started because he got lower ratings than Gwen Stefani on NBC with his Celebrity Apprentice show, and then he faked. Or I heard this. I don't know if this. He faked a run for president to get more NBC ratings and more money than Gwen Stefani, and he liked the crowd so much. He decided he liked crowds and numbers more, and he ended up being president. So the difference between Donald Trump and you is you care.
Hang on. There was never a moment in this show where it was, what's the difference between Martin and Donald Trump? But thank you for saying so.
Oh yeah, okay. So the question was.
Yeah.
He can't
what was
sing.
the question? I don't remember.
I just asked you, what did you think about what Donald Trump said tonight? Did it was you happy what you heard? Did you like what you heard? Not whether he's better than me, but thank you.
No.
That was funny.
It was funny.
I love America. I do love America, and everything's breaking up. Am I still here?
Yeah, you are. You are.
Oh, okay. I don't like. I really love protecting the environment, and I've looked into a lot of the science. The carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is terrible. So
yeah.
So I mean, if you want to make America great, you have to become a part of the world population. You can't have this tribalism of let's make America great again. We have to get together as a world and stop thinking of yourself as one of one or one of the whatever 200 million that are in America. You got to think of yourself as one of 8 billion or one as one. If you want to be one of one, go ahead. But if you want to be a part of this world, you got to think of yourself as one of part of 8 billion.
That's a wonderful thing to say, and I concur with that. One thing I like about what we're trying to do here is we've got people from all over the world and obviously all over the United States with difference of opinions, and everyone can call in, everyone can have a say, everyone has a voice, and give everyone the chance to share their opinions and views. We're going to come on to Oliver, who's the most chilled out guy I've ever met. Whenever he calls in, he lies back on the sofa with his hand behind his head, like that. It's his thing. It's what he does for some reason. How are you tonight, Oliver?
Hi, Martin. I'm doing great. Nice show tonight. I really enjoy it.
Thank you.
All I got to say about Trump is, if he's thinking about lowering electric bills, we've got to understand that.
Just one second. Just 1 second. Got a star guest come in. When this happens, we let this play.
David Hensley 3009 donated $2 through a super chat. To the guy talking, I like your dreads.
Talking about Brian. Thank you, David Hensley. That's Midnight Bob. Please carry on, Oliver.
Well, I hope Trump has a plan to start a bunch of nuclear reactors to lower the electric bills because of all the data centers that have to be installed for the new financial system. Also, I gotta applaud him. I don't agree with most of the things he says, but I do agree with the ideas behind him. I'm just glad that he turned on the money printer early.
Well, we don't have the money printer turned on. We just have easing at the moment. We're not fully into the money printer. We're not there yet. So let's not get carried away with that. Just because we are easing rates and we've changed this, we are now stopping reducing the balance sheet. We're not quite there yet. Oh, is 1970 Buckley? I like this.
At 1,970 a Buckley donated $5 through a super chat. I think it's called puff, pass. Some of you all were thinking it. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Some of you were thinking it. I love it. I love the fact we can all say and get involved. It's fantastic. Right, listen, guys. We got a mixed opinion tonight about whether you like Trump, don't, thought he said good stuff, thought he didn't. Let's talk about the topic of the century and see if anyone agrees with me or disagrees with me. If you'd like to call in, there are 3 spots left.
Trump
if you'd
RX.
like to have your say. So, what was that?
The Trump RX, is that where you're going with this?
Trump, say
Is
again?
the Trump RX gonna be as good as the good RX? Is that what you're gonna bring up?
The Trump RX? What's the Trump RX?
Yeah, he was talking about the pharmacy that he was going to call Trump RX, and it's supposed to be some kind of lower pharmacy.
Do you know?
Prices,
I don't know enough about that to comment. If you'd like to comment, feel free. But I don't know enough about that. But I tell you what, I will
Trump says
do.
a lot, doesn't he?
I tell you what I will do about.
I'm going to start Jim Free Chicken.
I tell you what I will do.
Yeah.
Let me just comment on
I'll
this.
bring the eggs.
Let me just give me a second, guys. Let me comment on healthcare and medicine just for a moment. See what you think of this. As you all know, my wife has been going through cancer, right? Which ends on Saturday, the last radiation. But let's just talk about this. I've had some experience since I've been here about the hospitals and healthcare in America, and I have to say, very, very impressed. I've had the great fortune to tour all over the world. I've been 190 plus countries. Very few people can say that, all right? 40 years it took me touring as the world piano man. And I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. In the United Kingdom, we have what's called the National Health Service. It's free healthcare. Of course, it's not free. We pay it out of our taxes, but it does mean you can just rock up at your local hospital and have anything done completely for free. You might have to wait in a queue because when it's free and everyone can access it for every single thing, as soon as you get a cough, nip down the doctors, it can be exploited perhaps because it's free and you just turn up. Okay. And in England, we don't tend to be as preventative. We kind of like keep going until your leg falls off and then you go to the doctor and say, my leg's fallen off. And that's how I grew up. That's how I was in England all my life. I'd never go to the doctors and I'd wait for my leg to fall off before I'd visit the doctor. However, I married an American, a very kind, caring, loving woman who said, nope, none of that stuff. You're going to have checkups every 5 minutes. So we're lucky. We have a job, we have insurance, and we can pay insurance. And there's the thing, right? If you don't have a job and you don't have any money, it gets a bit different. So I can't talk about that. I don't know, have an experience of it other than I see what people experience. I'm talking about my own experiences, right? And what I've seen the last few months. If you do have a job and you have insurance and you get ill, and you go to the hospital, I have to say the service that we have benefited from has been incredible. Some of the best technology in the world and the service and everything has been absolutely amazing. And the one thing, and I had this conversation today, I had it a couple of days ago with a nurse and a doctor, and I also had the same conversation today with an optician, an optometrist, and an eye doctor. Same thing. You have a great service and a great system and a great country. But I've never been to a country with more entitled people who get really angry and complain if everything doesn't go their way in 5 seconds. And I demand this and I demand that. Do you know who I am? I live down in Highland Park and I've got $10 billion and you should literally carry my bag into the surgery. I see that, and doctors and nurses and optometrists and dentists have told me. One dentist told me that my dentist told me the people with the money come in. I go in for my, every 6 months I have my hygienist. I do the cleaning and all that. And she always says, perfect. I have nothing to do because I floss every day. There's no mess, nothing to take care of. She said, you take care of your teeth. We'd never have anything to do. She says, the people with the money who put all the teeth in, all the implants and all the expensive stuff, so their teeth are in the right state because they just buy new ones. Never take care of them. They just come in, say, fix this, throw money at it. And I see a lot of that in America. And it's like, wow, you have this amazing stuff and you just take advantage of it. And I had some of the doctors and nurses
Human nature.
say, but but it is because you have such an amazing country and you take it for granted. And then you start to abuse it. And some of the doctors said, it's been a real pleasure, with you and so on and so forth. We have so many people shout and scream. And the optometrist said someone shouted and screamed at him because he couldn't get this straight away. And I thought, it's amazing. What we have experienced has been amazing. And I'm just very thankful because remember, if no matter how much money you've got, no matter where you live, if somebody doesn't get born and decide to go to school and learn to be a doctor or learn to be a nurse, guess what? There ain't any. All right. So no matter how much money you got, I've got money. Come and fix me. I only found a few months ago, I couldn't get someone back in Cornwall, back in England, when I was at home to fix a gas heater. There was no plumber trained to fix the gas heater. Don't take it for granted. There's going to be someone to fix you and help you out. So when there is, and there's a lot of it in America, be really thankful and happy and be polite. It's amazing. And that is why, and I've given lots of talks on this to business people in America, why so many immigrants from countries with no opportunity do so well in America, because they go, oh my God, I can do all this stuff. I don't mind working really hard. I don't mind. I have friends in Africa who walk 20 miles a day for their water. So they don't have any problem showing up and doing 8 hours at McDonald's shoveling chips. I mean, they walk 20 miles for their water. So, it's just keep reminding yourself how lucky we are. America's amazing. So on the healthcare side, I can see it's very tough if you haven't got any money or you haven't got any insurance. Imagine it's tougher for you, because in England that might be better because it's all free for everybody. But if you do have a job and you're lucky you have a job and you work hard and you have insurance, flipping heck, you can get taken care of pretty well. Take care of it. Anyway, there's my little penny's worth. Sorry to go off on a tangent, but you just mentioned healthcare and I thought I'd drop that in.
Well, you get what you pay for.
Yes, sometimes. I don't think it's always about money.
I'll give you an example. You kind of said it right. I'm married. My wife is Peruvian, and we go visit Peru, and with her family and stuff. They have two types of medical. One is like you're saying, which is it's taken care of by the country. They pay for it and everything. In her case, her father had some issues and stuff, and they don't get the best doctors either. And that's the other thing you're up against is you don't get the best doctors. It's almost like some of the doctors don't like to take care of people with Medicare because they're not getting paid for. So, or it's like the doctors that take care of the veterans. Okay, some of them are good, some of them not good, but what I'm saying is the doctors are different at different levels. And her father, we had to go pay for a real doctor, as we would call it, to get him the right attention. And plus, you're right, the wait time is tremendous. For the regular doctor that's given to him under the country, he has to wait for an appointment 3 months. Okay. And then when he gets to the appointment, he has to wait probably 4 or 5 hours just to see the doctor. While we go down the street and find another doctor that takes the money, so to speak, and he can get in 1 week or less, or even that day. And as long as you got the money, they see him. So in my experience from other countries, especially in South America, And in some cases, Europe happens that way too. So you get what you pay for. Some of them like to do it. Some of the doctors don't like to do it. So,
Okay.
and with the healthcare that they're trying to go through now, I mean, one comment I wanted to make about that was way back when
Just to
Obama
make
was
us
in
fall
office.
asleep.
Just a moment, please, Jim. We're going to come on to crypto and the carry trade in a second.
I'd heard it from Cliff donated $10 through a super chat. What do you think about XRP ever hitting a $1,000? Sing us a song. You're the piano man, sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody and you've got us feeling all right.
The Piano Man song. Okay. I'll do it on Friday on the music show. Who's that? Heard it from Cliff. Sorry to interrupt you, Jim. We want to move on to our next subject because there's a lot to cover, and
Before we fall asleep.
Before we I wouldn't go that far, but anyway, let's just talk about on the next subject with XRP, Bitcoin, crypto, the carry trade coming up tomorrow. So let's just be clear. There's someone just banging their microphone a minute. Let me see where that's coming from. Where's that coming from? I just want to mute that. Just want to see where it's coming from. There's a bit of a noise. I'll find it in a minute. Oh, there we go. It's Hassan. I'll just mute Hassan a minute. That fixes it. Yes, dear. All right. Okay. I'm being given the
Hi,
2
Leah.
minute. Yeah. Hi, Leah. Yes. I'm being given like a 5-10 minute time. I just realized it's 9 o'clock in the evening. I completely forgot it was this late. It feels like the afternoon to me, but I forgot it's 9 o'clock in the evening. So let's just talk quickly and give everyone the chance to contribute to this. If you want to be part of this quickly and you want to be called into the show, the link is pinned to the top. You don't require any software. Everyone gets a voice. Everyone has a say. Say anything you want. Please just be polite. That's all we ask. Okay. Listen, folks, we are 24 hours away from Japan talking about their rates. They have to raise rates because of their country's economy. There isn't really any argument about that. The problem is people don't understand this, and you tell me if you agree with me or not, that Japan is essentially the world financier. Tiny little country, but people all over the world. So in America, you think, who cares what Japan say? It's a tiny little country. They use Japanese money to borrow to buy American assets and bonds back over here. So don't think of it as who the hell cares what Japan say. You should, because it's the financer of the world. So historically, they've had negative rates or very low rates, free money. They even paid you to take money so you could buy assets. This is how it works. And that's great. Until things break. And right now, because we have the mass amount of debt we've got, no one believes that America will ever pay off the debt. It's spiraling no matter what they do. We've got to drastically change the trajectory for that. But it's virtually on nearly an unsustainable path. Not yet, but it's very close. And then we have record levels of debt with crypto introduced. Everyone's leveraging, borrowing money to buy really risky assets with no underlying fundamental value. No matter how much you love your favorite coin, we all agree it doesn't actually make you money like a service or a product. It's just whether someone buys it from you or not, other than the way it transacts. But that's not really a big part of any of it yet. That'll be the future. So what happens is if we get Japan raise rates to a certain level, which we expect them to do so, they'll be automatically triggered leverage, shorts, and liquidations. So it's not a matter of we've all priced it in, don't worry about it, we're not, it's okay. People will, en masse, billions and trillions of dollars will be wiped out because stocks will be sold forcibly. You won't have an option. They just will be. Now, we don't know how big it is until that trigger, but we can estimate it's trillions of dollars. And if that happens, it's nearly all American assets. So suddenly everybody dumps Microsoft, Google, the S&P 500, everything gets dumped. And when everything gets sold, that's how the price goes down, because market makers match up buyers with sellers. That's all this game is. It's not about the fundamental of the business. It's not about whether the business is good or bad. No one's disputing that. We've covered all the earnings calls. We know how much money Microsoft earns, Tesla, Bank of America, we know their profits, their margins, we study balance sheets. However, if everyone sells the stock goes down. That's great if you're an investor and you don't have margin and you're not leveraged. It's great. You go, great, I'll just buy it on discount. But for those with a pension who are receiving a pension, suddenly their pension gets wiped in half. Those that are borrowing money, suddenly they're leveraged, and it's called a death spiral. It just goes down, down, down. And if we get the worst case scenario, the S&P goes down 40%, crypto goes down 80%. Now, some people will say that with liquidity and this and that and the other, and someone just mentioned about XRP going to $1,000, that people I can believe it. Another new member. Thank you.
K8O has become a member.
Thank you. The people that are all saying that XRP, for example, is going to go to $1,000 by the end of the year and all this kind of stuff, it basically works out 5 times the GDP of the whole planet. But don't worry about numbers. It just sounds great. We're not going to calculate 998.33 cents, $1,000, because it's so dramatic. And a lot of people buy into it. And you might ask, why would anyone believe that? Well, if enough people believe you, it becomes the truth. And that's why we all say now, Bitcoin is cheap at $86,000. Hang on, Brian, you can have your say in a minute. All right. Okay. So here we are with people saying $1,000. So who's saying it? People that are saying it very often have an incentive and a reason to say it. They want to sell their videos or whatever they want to do, or they're selling you these packages about send me $2,000, I will hold your coin for you and I will return you 8%. What that actually is like going into Vegas, finding a gambler at the table, the roulette table, and he says, I'm a professional gambler. Lend me $1,000. I'll put it on the wheel for you. And if I make some money, I'll give you 10%. Right? That's what it is. But if he loses, you don't get any money. But don't worry, I've got my $2,000. I can pay you out of that.
Maybe a free buffet.
Right? That is what this is all about. And the people saying these things have a reason to say it. I'm saying XRP can go to $10 because I can quantify that and it makes sense. And the people I speak to at Ripple, Bank of America, Robinhood, that's what they see is achievable, not 1,000. So because so many people believe that we're going to go to 1,000 and we're super leveraged up, that amplifies the losses. Because when it goes down, more people get liquidated. So if you're not positioned wisely, and we do get the unwind, and no one knows whether we will or not, I don't know, I just need to be prepared for it, you can lose everything. So I'm running out of time. There's my thought. We'll go around the table and you can all add your thought. I've got another guest wants to join in on spot number 4. There we go. So you're not on camera, so we'll have to hang up from you. You have to be on camera. So we'll start with Oliver. What's your thoughts on what I've just said about crypto and this weekend with the carry trade?
I think you turned my volume down. I got a call. And I think the call came through on your end for some reason. You turned my volume down.
Well, just give me your answer to that question, if you could. We can hear you.
Okay, I'm having trouble hearing you. Can you tell me what that question is again?
What do you think about what I've just been talking about, the carry trade, crypto, XRP? What do you think? What do you believe is going to happen this weekend when we get the result, which we'll deliver tomorrow night about this time tomorrow night? What do you expect?
Well, just the carry trade. It might not be the ending of it after Friday. I mean, before Thursday night when it happens. When they announce the rate, they might jack up the rate even more.
Like it's not Monday a one-off. It's not a one and done deal.
Next week, so I really don't know. All I know is that the price of crypto is definitely not going to go up. Till at least Monday.
Well, okay. Let me go around the table. We're going to cut it nice and short because I've got to go. Brian, what's your thought? You were shaking your head. What were you shaking your head about?
Oh, yeah. If 9 billion people tell me that something's going to happen and one person proves it's not true, I'm listening to the proof.
What do you mean? So what are you referring to? You've lost me.
Just because you say something is true does not make it true.
Correct.
I need some proof. I need some evidence. I need some objective evidence. I don't need a bunch of people telling me something.
No, that's true. That's true. However, if we all say Bitcoin is worth X amount, we are now doing it. We are now paying $86,000, $90,000 for it. So you might say it doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't. Human beings are daft. We are daft. We're basically buying something that nobody wanted to buy for $1 for $86,000 now. That's human behavior. Dangerous, isn't it?
I'm skeptical about Bitcoin, man. I'm very skeptical. The only Bitcoin
Brian,
I have is the $100 my brother gave me on cash transfer.
there you go. Let me go around 1970 Buckley. What's your thoughts on it?
I think nobody has a crystal ball. You could have some people that will run to crypto as a safe haven mistakenly. Then you'll have others that's going to run to gold, silver, commodities, that kind of thing. So that's where I expect to see it go. I don't expect it to go into crypto. I think crypto is going to come down further.
I agree with you. Thank you for your thoughts. Jim, what do you think is going to happen after the rate comes out?
So we, number one, we should all be used to rates, interest rates, period, because we've seen it with our president, Powell not doing anything. So we should be used to that and seeing things go down. Second of all, you mentioned about pension. It does, for me, pension, since I'm a government person and retired, it doesn't affect my pension, which in other pensions it might. Third, crypto's going to go down. It's not going up anytime soon. My opinion is until there's regulations on crypto, it's going to be up and down. It's going to be shooting from the hip and wild west. So yes, it'll go down. Probably go more down. How far, we don't know. We got the whales out there. They're kind of playing games with everybody and regulating everything. So it's a pot shot.
Thank you, Jim.
It's a pot shot.
Thank you, Jim. Choro, give me just a quick what you think about what's going to happen after tomorrow night.
So skip somebody and I'll come right back to you. I got a couple of things I got written down, if you don't mind.
No, but I've got to be quick though. That we'll go to Zach. Zach, give me your thoughts. Zach, give me your thoughts on what you feel is going to happen if we get a rate hike from Japan.
Yeah, so you said, first of all, you're a long-time investor, and I believe you. It's like the second day I've seen your channel, and you look like an amazing person. You give advice about, like neutral advice, and people can take it. So I have to appreciate you for that. All I can say is the markets, they go where liquidity has its least resistance. So we just dropped like 60K. As you know, Bitcoin never goes up or down in a straight line. So it always goes up in waves. So it goes up and up in, you understand what I mean? So for me, all the liquidity sits above. You said the Bank of England and all the banks are shorting Bitcoin. So
not all the banks, I didn't. I said, I know JP Morgan. Yeah.
You mentioned one bank, and there's a lot of institutions that they are shorting Bitcoin right now and all this stuff. So for me, I'm a daytime trader. You can call it, I'm a swing trader. So all I do is just see where the liquidity is, and then I do my trades. To be honest, I don't really care where the price goes. I only care about liquidity and how I can make money out of it.
Very interesting. I'd like to continue that conversation when that's your focus. That's interesting. Hassan, I just muted you. I'll unmute you now. Where do I unmute you? Just there. Give me your thoughts. If the rate goes up, what do you think is going to happen?
I think it might go down a little bit on Monday, I think. Yeah. Because people borrow money on the cheap, and what they do is they invest it, and when it goes up, you've got to pay it back. So I think, I'm not sure it's 50-50, do you know what I mean?
Brilliant. Yeah. Well, it's fair enough. Are you protected? Is your portfolio safe? Are you like me in T-bills? You're in the S&P 500. You've rebalanced out of margin. You good?
I mean, I'm in the green still. I bought Solana for like $15, and now it's worth what, $130. So I'm okay at the moment, but other assets, I've done the crap up basically. Okay. So crypto is a big gamble, mate.
All right. It is. Guys, I want to thank you all for being part of tonight's event. It's been great. A lot of people tuned in. We were able to present the United States of America around the world. 67 countries tune into our show. I want to thank you all.
Hold on, Martin. I get to say mine.
Oh, yes. Oh, let me come back. I nearly forgot. Let me come back to you. Just 1 second. Give me your final thoughts and Chorraw.
Okay, so I definitely feel like the market's going to fall hard tomorrow afterwards when they do that. Silver is going to hit too, but then I think silver goes up faster than anything else. My opinion. That's mine. But
go up.
I think it's gonna fall and then it's gonna go back up. But do you plan on having us having on tomorrow as well? And one last thing, also question: why is hardly anybody else talking about the carry trade? Like you seem to be the only one of all people I follow on the news. Nobody talks about the carry trade. Honestly, if it wasn't for you, bro, I don't even know if I would have heard what the carry trade was. So I appreciate that.
Okay.
So we appreciate that. Yeah,
Well,
for
you're
sure.
welcome. You're welcome.
Cheers, man. Cheers, Martin.
Thank you.
Martin.
Guys, I've got to wrap it up because I've got to end. There's a lot going on with Leah, and it's late at night, and there's a lot going on.
Get on his butt. Okay.
Yes.
She's let me just
Best wishes, Leah.
Thank you,
Just
guys.
mute us all.
All right, I'm just going to mute you in 3, 2, 1. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Okay, guys. There's a reason why no one's talking about it, because nobody wants to look. And when Michael Burry looked at the numbers, nobody even looked, but it was there and it was terrible. And millions of people lost their homes and jobs, and tens of thousands took their own lives. This is not a time to celebrate. I know I'm right because I read the balance sheets and I talk to those that move the markets. I've made lots of money this year. Where's it come from? Those that have lost money. Am I proud of what I've done? Kind of. I'm more proud of building the channel than just making money, because whenever you win, somebody else loses. It's not a time to celebrate. People don't know what they don't know. And if it all collapses and they lose all their money and they lose their jobs and all the rest of it, I tried my best to help people, but it's not a time to celebrate and go, look at me. So I wish everybody the best. Have a wonderful evening. I've got to go and take care of my wife and face the wrath of all of that. But anyway, thank you so much indeed. I'll see you back tomorrow. We will cover the carry trade live. Have a wonderful evening. Focus on value, focus on each other, and you'll always win. And just by turning up, you're already a winner. Till next time, guys, thank you so much indeed. You can all come back and speak to me now. You ready? Take care of yourselves. You're unmuted. And
each other.
Bye-bye.
Amen.